So, what's the route?
Yeah. So 4 portals. The route that I usually take is to go with the 3rd, the 4th, then the 1st and the 2nd, in the order of how high up they are.
Okay, which ones are they for people who don't know?
So the 3rd one is the one that's the big mess of portals, the room of portals.
The maze,
the wizard
labyrinth.
maze.
The 4th one is the town, and the thing about it is that you can't reach it from the bottom before the portal closes. So you have to reach it by starting from another portal first, which is why you do the 3rd, and then from the 3rd you go to the 4th. And then the first one is the snow, which is where you fight the double ogres, and the 2nd one is the forest.
Yeah.
So the reason for going that order is the 3rd and the 4th have no supplies, so they'll do they'll be doing attrition on you. But if you can go through those 2 without supplies in the first place, then you'll have basically full supplies on the other 2, and then have maximum amount of supplies during the last turn part.
Yep.
And the reason to go with the snow first is that the forest one, when you exit the forest one, it's a good defendable position, and you'll respawn where you die. And since we are wearing respawn trinkets, it means that that recovery is going to be pretty easy from there if it does happen.
Yep. Now, quirks for each one. Wizards, maze bit. Any particular quirks with this, other than it's a pain in the arse if you don't know your way?
Yeah. If you don't know the way, it's quite a bit of a puzzle to go through. But once you know the way, it's the same way every time, so it takes a few seconds. And usually you only send one person to go through the route. The odds of getting killed are pretty low, since the rats can't follow you through the mini portals.
Yeah. Now, for that, I would like Elf to do that, because he's videoing it, so he can video the route.
Sure.
And we'll go up to the town while he's doing that. Okay, so town...
Well, usually you do wait for the...
Yeah, I think we
back then. Like, we waited at the entrance of the portal room.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, the darkness town section, quirks, problems.
The assassin that spawns instantly when you turn it dark should be mentioned.
Yeah, basically each torch that you light up spawns specials, so you gotta prepare for it. There's to do the worst one first, which is the boat, and go on from there.
The boat is well glitchy. You get near to the edge, and it just starts the hang animation straight away.
Don't get near the edge.
The thing in general with this whole map that's kind of buggy, but it is what it is right now. The spawns of it. The spawns that happen when you're in the hub, before the last sun pod, you only get clan rats in the hub.
Yep.
And when you go into the other places, there's the trickles, the general trickles that they're called in the code, that have 6 storm vermins and a large amount of clan rats and some slaves. Yeah. And that wave that is the main thing that spawns in there, besides ambient. That wave is the main difficulty of this map. Except that this wave is always held up if there are things alive in the map. So the conditions for that, I believe, are 4 clan rats, or 4 storm vermins, or 4 slave rats.
I think you mentioned it was 6 or 8 clans or slaves. Like it was more than.
Yeah, it was. Let me verify it again. I know for sure that it's 4 storm vermins, but it might have been 6 or 8 clans.
I remember there's a double amount of storms. Clans, not storms.
Yeah, that kind of goes through our testing on the ice. But anyway, you were saying on the darkness, the town section, any unaggroed storm vermin, if you kill them...
Basically, as a general rule in the map, the thing is, normally, Fat Shark would use a function called count event breed to figure out if you have to continue or not. That counts only the rats from that specific event. But the way that the event goes and reset, depending on how you go through portals, has bugged out that function. So they were forced instead to use count breed, which counts every rat on the map. So any rat on the map can hold up the spawns of those massive waves, which means that any ambient that's not aggro to you can hold up those massive waves, and you want to leave as many as possible alive so that you don't have to fight those massive waves, which makes the map significantly easier if you don't have to. But once they do start, it's pretty difficult to keep them held up. So you kind of have to just keep on fighting and fighting, which is...
So mainly the town's the one where people think, oh, I'm going to snipe that lone storm vermin over there. But that's actually detrimental to your progress, because once you start picking off the rats and clearing them out, that's when problems occur. And you start getting the massive waves.
And
Correct.
the portal room as well. You can pretty
So,
much
yes,
go to the portal room.
Yeah.
I did have it slightly wrong here. It is either 8 clan rats or 8 slave rats or 4 storm vermin.
Yeah.
As soon as it goes below all those 3 conditions, then the waves will keep on progressing again.
Yeah.
So yeah, holding up 4 storm vermins alive if they're aggroed on you is quite difficult.
Yeah.
It starts to become obnoxious.
Yep. Okay, so the ice room. On this one, we've actually... Our strat yesterday was kill everything that's outside the portal and then slowly push around to the right to get supplies, or the left, whichever one has less storm vermin in the way, leaving all the rats in the middle so we don't get the horde. And then we'll pull only the 2 chests with the keys to spawn the ogres and try to keep the ogres to the outside.
The 2 chests are always the same.
Yeah.
Also, as a general rule, if everything goes wrong in one of the portals, you can. It is usually a good idea to bail. You can bail on your team, because if you make it back to the hub, everyone's going to respawn in the hub. So if they all die, you can just respawn everyone and then keep on going again.
Yep.
So save yourself.
Yep. So do you have anything else to add about the ice section?
I think I'll talk about the specific sections a bit more whenever we're actually on them.
Yeah. I'm just trying to get a general feel for them before we start, because once we start, we'll be calling stuff and concentrating.
Yeah, so 2 ogres. We have the DPS to kill them. Between volley, hagbane, and repeater handgun, I think they will die.
Yeah. So the last one is the forest. What we've been doing is pushing left out of the portal, wiping out everything on the map, and then hitting them one by one, killing the special and the storm vermin for each one. And then the way we've been doing it is, after you grab the bone, you run to the centre of the bridge, you wait for all the rats to spawn out of the portal, rush at you, bait them back, run across the log and straight through the portal. So you don't have to kill everything, you path the rats, and
but
it's
I think
clean.
In our case, it'll be fairly easy to overpower a single wave from the one coming from the portal is usually better to just kill it if you're not
but like I say, is by kiting around the log and going straight through, you get like 2 rats follow you at most, and then you're ready for the last stand section. Yep.
Alright, should we start?
One more thing, last stand section, from our testing, it's based on a timer. There's not a set amount of waves.
Yeah.
And the specials in the waves are randomized.
They are not randomized. They are randomized.
They are randomized because I counted them on 2 or 3 separate waves, and they were different. It was always started with a gas, but after that the specials were randomized. They didn't go in the same order on the waves.
Let me pull up the code again. It's called Final Showdown.
Also, the amount of time is, I think it
starts with a Globadier, then after 20 seconds there's a Rattling Gunner, then after 20 seconds there's a Packmaster, after 20 seconds another Globadier and a Rattling Gunner at the same time, then after 20 seconds there's an Assassin and 5 Storm Vermins, and then after 20 seconds there's another Globadier, and that's the end of it.
Yeah, that might have been due to us messing around, but okay then. But anyway, the event from the first spawn with the gas rat, it takes 2 minutes 30 seconds.
Yeah, the assassin is usually the part where people will wipe, because as I just said, it is accompanied with 5 extra storm vermins free of charge, and well, it's an assassin. It's the worst of the 4.
Yeah. But anyway, Someone said zzz in chat, so
Yes, let's go. So here, there's always this one medical item on the left here.
yep.
We're thinking.
Nah, it's cool, man. We were pretty much about to start anyway. I just wanted to get as much info before it all goes to shit.
It's usually you want to enter the portals about at the same time, because you can trigger rush intervention on this map, and you can trigger it by distance of there you go. We triggered rush intervention.
Because you didn't say I'm going through the portal now.
Yeah, I just heard that.
Yeah.
So yeah, everyone who's not doing it stays here.
That's a run. You're a driven man, Saltspire. Got the assassin.
When you jump through that one I just went through there, you don't want to push forwards because you can just run right off the edge.
Yeah.
On this one you want to kind of clip the walls as you go down to try and not take fall damage.
And off we go. The rats never follow you through the portal on this one, so
I'm not alone.
just free to go.
Lilith watches
Here.
over me.
There are Ambients on the spot,
Yep.
And also breakable further
and
ahead.
you want to go through them fairly quickly since the timer for the portal, so it is not too unforgiving, but don't delay. Probably shouldn't be
Okay,
wasting ammo.
ready? We're
Let's go.
going.
So yeah, kill as few ambients as possible. If they're not aggroed on you, don't chase them.
Right. Just pull him to the church. Don't go out of your way to kill him.
So a guaranteed assassin whenever you click on the chest and cause the darkness.
Yep.
There's also
So get ready for the assassin.
nothing up there. I thought it was an item spawn sometimes.
Kill them any way you can.
Alright, so as I said, we start with the ship, since it is the worst one and it is quite buggy with ledge grabs.
And Packmaster's pulling you off of the edge too from the...
Nothing to be proud of.
Because there will be, I think, a globed year that spawns right now.
Yeah, someone's standing in front of me.
Also, instant Packmaster, for whatever reason. It spawned literally behind you.
I need to breathe
Yeah.
for that, idiot.
I can't see the gas rat.
This is why you do this one first, because there are more specials that, each one you do. So this one is the least special since we did it first now. You don't want, the third one has all 4 specials at the same time.
Yeah.
You don't want that on the boat, it has cancer.
Also show off how it looks like. It's like the black cloud you have to attack with.
So here we'll get, I think, a gunner and a Packmaster.
Yeah, left and right.
Take the wagon gunners by surprise.
There, oh,
No Sagro now.
yeah.
Alright, this should be gas, assassin, and gun.
This is one of each.
Yep.
Stay sharp.
She's
Gas
from each
normally
alleyway.
goes behind. Someone cover.
Look out, assassin!
I think a wave spawn. Wave.
Yeah, it's it.
Tireless
Keep it over.
witch
Damn it.
hunter.
Push through if you can.
Let me get space for repeater. Assassin to the right.
Go through the exit. Go through the exit.
Still alive, it's coming.
Get down,
I
scaling
can't
gun.
fucking see shit. I don't know where I am.
I'm running into a wall, I think. Oh yeah, I am.
I dropped a med kit.
Just save yourself.
Yeah, just
Backstab
go.
Right behind you, right behind you.
Oh my god, that was close. Just go the exit.
Yeah. It's never been that horrible ever for me.
Oh
It's
my.
fun.
Oh, I need to
Still-
rush.
Behind you,
come to
behind
the
you,
vault.
behind you.
I can't.
Gunner
Jump
behind
up.
you.
Well,
Wow.
Oh, wow.
what a shit show.
That assassin got everybody.
Yeah. Well, after 8 hours and 15 minutes, that's our first wipe. So, not done too badly. Yeah,
Think of it
I've
like
never
a,
wiped there. Of all the places to wipe, I've never wiped there.